Hello, Invaders. Welcome back to another episode of the Pitch Invaders podcast. I am here with Amir today, and we are back. International break. We are ready to get into everything.
Representing my home country.
He has Argentinian citizenship, bro.
I know.
No, I'm representing the real.
I was born in Buenos Aires. I moved to Barcelona when I was 14 years old.
So you just completely forgot about Egypt. Egypt is from Moldova. Oh gosh. Okay, there's so much to cover. I know it's been a week since the transfer deadline day. We're going to cover all of that. We're going to cover the games, look at next week's fixtures. So Amir, let's get right into it.
Where do we want to start?
Let's start in order. Let's just leave the best game for last.
Okay.
All right.
Again.
Let's go ahead and start with Chelsea versus Fulham.
All right.
All right. In order of time. 2-0 Chelsea. The first thing I want to say is the most kofta VAR decision in the world. Did you see that? Do you remember?
Yeah. There was a lot of drama about it.
They got robbed of a goal.
That Fulham goal.
Yeah. You think like VAR, this is what, season 3 or 4 of it?
And I think it's been more actually, because it was also in the World Cup in 2022.
It was in the World Cup as well. How can they still be making mistakes like this?
But we don't see these mistakes outside of the Premier League.
Yeah, I mean, in Spain, they just pay the refs and stuff.
Yeah. I feel like it's just in the Premier League, to be honest. And there's just a lot of inconsistencies with the decisions. Yes. Like, I don't know.
This one was a skill move. He was doing a Maradona. I don't know what everyone has a different name for.
It was certainly not.
And then his landing foot landed on the player.
Yeah.
And this is what you and that was you disallowed the goal because of that?
That was not a foul. In my opinion, yeah, I don't think that was supposed to be disallowed.
Dude, and this is why I think the win for Chelsea is kofta.
I think they said that it was disallowed because it prevented the defender from going back and try to cover for that ball, and it ended up being a goal, but it's part of the game, right? Like, I don't know.
You know, like, I love watching, when you watch, Cantona and Roy Keane and, like, how they used to fight and kill each other and stuff like that. And, like, a player doing a move and stepping on a player's, like, that is considered that he stopped the defender. You know what I mean? He didn't tackle him. He didn't break his leg.
We're not robots. It's part of the game. You would think it should.
Just let the game flow, man. Let the game flow. Like, that was bad. And that goal being disallowed basically took Fulham out of the game. And then Fulham was nowhere near after that. And Chelsea got their goal. If Fulham got that goal, it could have been a completely different result.
But Chelsea still looked good. Yeah, they're still winning. They're still finding the goal. Yeah. Even without Cole Palmer.
Juan Pedro's really stepping up in that, like, cam center forward kind of role.
If he can stay fit for the entire season, I think he's going to be ranked like one of the top transfers in the Premier League, in my opinion.
It's the consistency. That was the big thing that he had a problem with before. If he stays consistent, he can be. I mean, Palmer's out for a couple weeks or at least, so they needed him to step up, Juan Pedro, and he's filling in that role.
But they lost
Liam Delap, and they lost Jackson. They sold Jackson. So who's the new striker coming in? Gittins? I don't even. Or maybe they put him in striker, Juan Pedro. I don't know.
I think they have the names. Like if they put Joao Pedro and Palmer is back, that should be okay. But they also signed another player.
They signed somebody, and it must have not been a big deal.
They didn't sign Javi Simmons.
Oh, they got Garnacho.
They got Garnacho.
Which I guess that could be a position that Juan Pedro is playing in now, and maybe that moves Juan Pedro forward potentially during the injury time.
They can probably put Estevao in the cam role and maybe Juan Pedro up, or maybe they can just play with no cam and probably like a 4-3-3 or something. Yeah. That team is still. They have a lot of flexibility.
And they still have good depth.
And Estevao is looking pretty good for his Premier League debut,
18 years old.
Yeah, so he's looking really good. He's making an impact, starting every game, and even for Brazil, he started for Brazil and scored too.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know that.
That was pretty good.
Do you think that this team? I mean, it's way too early to tell, but what did we say? Our predictions at the beginning of was completely. If we did predictions after 5 weeks, maybe that was better because I don't think I agree with mine. I said Chelsea and.
I said in third.
Do you still think that may be possible based on just the first 3 game weeks?
I think they can do it. Yeah.
ahead of.
They will.
We're gonna get to them, bro. But okay, we'll save Man City. We'll save Man City. I got tissue boxes here for you.
I need them.
And also I will give a shout out to Enzo Fernandez, who I have on my fantasy, and he's been continuing to do good, even though he's playing like a center midfield, holding midfield kind of role.
He's one of the most consistent players.
I feel like he has a free roam that he can go up, and that's fine, and he has coverage, and Caicedo will come back. And he got a goal and assist again, and he's got 2 goals and an assist in 3 games.
And he's very consistent. He's been consistent over the past 2 or 3 years. Him and Caicedo, actually, believe it or not, like they don't appear in the field like as if they are doing something, but
they do a lot behind the ball.
Yeah, certainly great signing, great pairing in midfield, keeping the team solid and scoring goals and keeping a clean sheet too. So that's pretty good.
Chelsea got the win, regardless if it was cooked or not. They still impressed, and that's what matters. Okay, the biggest,
second biggest.
I don't know what even to call it. Manchester United with the last minute penalty to win a dramatic win against one of the best teams in England. Oh no, it's against Burnley. A dramatic 3-2
one of the best teams in Championship. Dude, have you seen Amorim's face in that game?
No, is he like?
Dude, I watched the entire game, and this guy he's so desperate for a win that when they got the penalty, the look on his face is like, I need to disappear. I need to disappear from the face of the earth right now.
I don't blame him,
feel so bad for this guy, and the players celebrated like they just
won the
Premier League. Yeah. You know, that's the kind of pressure on these players. For playing for Manchester United, even after all of these years and after taking a dip and losing so many good players, and after Sir Alex Ferguson and not finding the way to build this club again, it's still that playing for Manchester United, like it's such a big name that they put you under a lot of pressure.
The most pressure was on Bruno Fernandes, I think.
On that penalty.
Missing the penalty in the Carabao Cup, FA Cup.
It was actually the Premier League before.
Okay, he got lost that, and I guess he made the penalties in the cup loss, but that was a big thing for him to go and get that penalty and score in the last minute.
But yeah, you asked me about the predictions. I think I take my prediction back from Manchester United. They are not ready. Amorim is not ready.
Cunha got injured too.
Yeah,
I don't know how long he's out for.
I think it would be all right.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was a bad.
And Mbeumo and Cunha look good, even though they're surrounded by Coca. To be honest, they do look good. Cunha hit the post. I think it might have been this game, but he was playing decent as well. And Mbeumo got a goal. I mean,
Manchester United had.
It's not enough though.
They had 26 shots against Burnley.
They only converted 1 in open play, 1 in own goal, 1 in penalty.
Yeah.
That's sad. That's very sad.
And it actually, it sheds the light on another question. Why is Sesko not playing? Like, why is he not starting these games?
You got rid of him, bro. I'm done with him, man. You spent that much money to bench a striker?
And that's the type of game.
But he does not look good when he comes on.
I agree. But he needs time. I think he's very young, too.
He needs time, and maybe the confidence needs to get built by starting him.
That's the thing.
Maybe benching him is doing the opposite.
That's the type of game you need to start.
I was genuinely expecting him against Burnley. You're going to start your new striker to get confidence, maybe score a goal.
Yeah, you need him to score like a goal, 2 goals against Burnley.
And I question that decision. It's disappointing that they didn't get the clean sheet, that they had to depend on a last-second penalty. I guess my question is, do you think that this win and the celebrations and all that is the kind of the jump start that they needed, or is this just like a random green we're going to see in a bunch of red?
With the manager's behavior on the touchline, that's a question mark for me, because like when you bring a manager to Manchester United, you expect from him certain things like emotional intelligence, being able to control the locker room, I don't know, I just like looking at Amorim's reaction on the touchline and the way he's managing these games and being very strict about his formation too.
Yes.
With the 3-4-3 or the 3.
Yeah. What's a 3-4-2-1?
Whatever he's trying to play. I don't think this formation could get you wins, but I don't think it can get you anything above 6th place.
Maybe that's what they need to shoot for.
8th place too.
Maybe that's what they're shooting for.
But then what's the plan after? Like, replace him?
That's the problem, man. I feel like this is always a never-ending poison.
I don't know.
I'm glad I'm not a Manchester United fan. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Because it's a long road for you guys. Long road.
Yeah.
Okay, the surprise of the weekend, I will say, Spurs losing to Bournemouth. Spurs, after beating Manchester City 2-0, and we're thinking they're on top of the world and they're the best and they look amazing. They go and lose 1-0 to Bournemouth.
Well, they got scored on pretty early.
Yes.
And they just couldn't.
Great strike from Evan Nilsson.
Yeah, but I think they just couldn't get the game back. Bournemouth kept the pressure on for the entire game.
Couldn't handle the speed and the attack.
They had a lot of chances too. They could have scored more. And that's the kind of pressure we saw from Bournemouth when they played Liverpool too. They almost I guess to tie the game, but you guys flipped it again. But Spurs couldn't handle that pressure. And I have to give credit to the manager for, even after losing almost like half of your squad, to be able to
still pull up these kind of games.
Yeah. Similar to last year, I think they're looking pretty good, and it's a very prospective project.
Do you think that this game is more of Bournemouth playing really well, or are we seeing glimpses of the kind of Spurs up and down that we've been seeing the past seasons? Because they would go and have a great game, and then it was always up and down. We would joke about it. They win 2 games and they lose a game or something like that.
But when they used to lose last year, it would be a disastrous performance. I don't think that was.
I don't think we can consider it. But the scoreline flattered them. I will say it could have been worse.
Yeah, for sure. But I think they will figure it out pretty quickly.
So I guess I'll leave it to you, Amir. The game that Manchester City was hoping they could erase from their memory. Brighton with a 2-1 win, 89th minute winner to win 2-1 against Manchester City. Amir, I turn it over to you as a citizen, if that's what you call yourselves.
You know what hurts the most?
What?
That James Milner scored in this game.
That was fantastic. Did he celebrate? I don't remember. It was like
I mean, he can celebrate whatever.
That was a long time ago.
I don't know if he considers himself more of a Liverpool legend.
He played way more years. He left you guys in 2015. I mean, come on.
I just don't know. We started the game very well, and the first half we could have scored like a goal or two, but we started the second half. Erling Haaland scored. Marmoush looked, I don't know. He doesn't seem that he has things under control. I think he's put himself in a lot of under a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And not necessarily from the coach. I think it's him trying to meet up with the expectation, and he's not doing very well. His decisions are a bit immature on the field. He's not linking well with the players either.
What do you think that is? What changed from the Marmoush that we saw last season?
Well, the Marmoush last season, when you come in the middle of the season, there isn't a lot of expectation on you to do well. So you just play freely
and score the best goal
and try to perform to your level, not really to anyone else. But now that he probably spent the summer with City, and there are some expectations from him to try and meet certain targets or certain performance on the field. He's not able to meet it yet. So I feel like there's a lot of pressure from from the coach, maybe from other players, but he's putting himself under pressure too, to try perform, because for us Egyptian, we always we try to hype our players. That doesn't necessarily is a good thing in itself. He didn't look good, but also I have to probably blame Pep for changing the game. We were okay until the 60th minute, and then somehow we open up the game and try to take Burnley to Brighton to another place in the game. We tried to speed up the game that we actually couldn't keep up anymore. Pep took out Ait-Nouri, or Ait-Nouri stayed.
He took out Kusanov and Nunez.
He took out Kusanov. He replaced 2 defenders, and he put in Ruben Diaz and
Silva and Marmoush went out in the 70s.
But he also put Rico Lewis. So he tried to build up from that end, and instead of actually trying to build up the normal build-up style, he actually literally let our defense wide open. I don't know if you have seen that last goal, when we conceded, it's the 89th minute, you're losing to Brighton, or you're tying with Brighton 1-1, And the way the players gave up the ball, and then all of a sudden it's 4 Brighton players against 3 Man City defenders and the keeper. And for us to get scored on in that way, it wasn't nice to see.
Yeah.
But I cannot say I didn't expect it, to be honest. That we've seen this happen so many times in the last year. So a lot of question marks on the decisions that are being made by Pep, especially during these moments when you actually need to try to put some pressure on the opponent and try to win the game. We're not doing it in the right way or in the right fashion.
I have a question for you. And this is kind of something that I've been thinking about when I look through the different players in your squad. Do you think that there's a lot of blame to put on Pep Guardiola that he maybe he has poor player development and poor player relationship? I feel like and hear me out, I feel like he is very complicated with the role that he wants each player to play. The instructions that he gives each player, it's not a simple role, right? It's not like he just puts them out and says, go have fun.
Yeah.
And we've seen players that maybe they aren't reaching their full confidence or their full, Foden, we've seen his heights, but maybe a different manager could be handling Foden differently. Maybe Marmoush, maybe Kusanov. There's different players that I feel like under a different manager, they would get the full 100% confidence. Their instructions and their role would be more clear, and he wouldn't create a system specific for the team. He would create a system specific for each player that gets the best out of them. So I know that's like a very bundled question, but like I kind of just, what do you think about it? Because I feel like if Marmoush is playing poorly, if Foden is playing poorly, if all these amazing players are starting to play poorly, there has to be a finger pointed at the manager.
I agree, just because things change these days. Like these young players, they have certain needs that need to be met in order for them to perform. Maybe not so much as the older players, like maybe when we're talking about 8 years, 7 years ago, when Pep developed like Kevin De Bruyne into that amazing maker, bringing in Bernardo Silva, Gundogan resurrecting his career again. Like I would think even with Akanji, Ruben Diaz, like that team that won the treble, Kyle Walker, like all of these players, I have to give credit to Pep for developing them and actually making them part of the system that worked, and they will go out and probably be superstars in any other team. But with those younger players that you bring on, I do agree with you that Pep might need to change the way he handles things, where there has to be a good balance between serving the system and actually meeting the players' needs. Because players these days, they want certain things in order for them to develop and grow, certain needs that need to be met. We see a lot of players now complaining about like work-life balance and playing like Kylian Mbappe was complaining about playing 60 games a year, and
welcome to Spain, bro.
I mean, you can agree and disagree with them. It's really, I do agree with you that Pep needs to change the way he handles certain players.
Is it because this is near the tail end of his time at Man City that he's not going to start this Kyle Walker project or this De Bruyne project?
I mean, you can see that he probably is trying to hand off the team, at least the same way Jurgen Klopp.
Yes.
At least he would give you like a good team that even if you get a manager and he needs time to adapt, you could still get top 4. And I think also changing his locker room staff, like it's adding another challenge to the way he's doing things. So I think he is trying to change. Maybe we'll see it in a few weeks, but hopefully we just can get few wins in order for these players to gain confidence again. Because definitely there's a lot of pressure on the players and on the manager, and because of also last year not winning anything, and then bringing all of these new players to the team and sending a lot of the older players too. So there is a lot of pressure, but I hope it just like a slow start for the team.
That's 2 losses in a row. You are currently below Manchester United, and
we'll be there. We will be there.
I might need to. Maybe in a couple weeks, I might need to change my prediction. Okay. All right. The biggest game of the week and the biggest fixture of the year, I will say.
Of the year?
Of the year. The second one will be, but the biggest 2 teams in the league. Liverpool versus Arsenal.
A Kofta win again?
Not a Kofta. Come on, bro.
It was a beautiful goal.
That was a beautiful goal, and I mean, we can talk about the stats. I mean, it was kind of neck and neck, actually. We had 3 shots on target. They had 1. They had 11. We had 9.
It was a very boring game, to be honest.
It was not the
like
best.
If that game would have gone like 3 more hours, it probably would have been a tie.
I think we saw that the teams are very closely matched. Obviously, Arsenal was missing a couple players, and they still had Gyökeres, who was new, and a couple players who are brand new. So we definitely didn't see a full-strength Liverpool and a full-strength Arsenal. When this fixture comes back, and the new players have had time to adapt, and Liverpool is even though Liverpool is not at like a full 100% with these new players, they still got 3 wins. And so my point is, when these two are really full 100%, this will be a really, really good fixture.
Did you see any improvement with the way Arne Slot played in this game, or did it feel like there's more work to do with the chemistry?
No, there's definitely still more work to do. I still think there's players that needed time. Florian Wirtz, again, was not the best. Konate played a little bit better. I was happy to see Szoboszlai playing in the right wing back role again, but I still do think that there's spots in our team that we need to fix, and the more the players start to adapt to each other, I think we'll really be able to get far. But seeing that we didn't play the best and we still got 1-0 is impressive. Salah has been, like I said, these new players and the new system and trying to fit in everybody, it's been sad to see Salah kind of out of the action. He was ineffective the whole game, and kind of the other games as well. So hopefully that will fix. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of my big takeaways. Szoboszlai played great. Konate improved from, I gave him beef before. He played better. And it was good to see Gravenberch and McAllister, but I still think, I don't know, maybe McAllister wasn't fully fit. He looked a little tired, but we played against a very good Arsenal team.
I must say, Van Dijk, really, I have to praise him.
Yeah.
He looked really good. He
34,
amazing,
man.
And he did everything in this game.
Yeah.
I think
he's the beast.
He really defended. He defended really well. We've seen him like pressure Gyökeres, even like at the half line.
Gyökeres was out of that game.
I think there is one thing I want to say about Liverpool. You guys still have a problem in build up with players like Salah, Havertz, Ekitike.
Yeah.
You really want to probably give them the ball in their feet more than trying to find them like on the long ball. And I think Liverpool are still playing a lot of long balls to these players. Or I mean, it makes sense if you try to play it to Gakpo or Ekitike maybe, but with Wirtz and Salah, this side of the game, you really try to play the ball to feet and let them do their magic and movement, tiki-taka and stuff.
Yeah.
I have a rather unpopular opinion about Arsenal.
Okay.
Prove my point that Arteta will not win a trophy because of his cowardness. He's such a coward.
What are you gonna?
Let me tell you. Not just Martinelli. He started with 3 in midfield with Merino,
Rice and
Zubimendi and Rice.
Yeah.
And he played the game like he was trying to absorb the pressure from Liverpool at first, up until he tried to defend more, tried to play on counterattack up until the 60th, 70th minute. And then he subbed on Odegaard and Eze.
Yeah.
At this point, when you see Liverpool not able to build up and you can beat them on the counter, you would think, oh, we're bringing on these players so we can actually try to win the game and actually make speed up the game to try to get a goal or two, few shots, and test our chances. He put on Odegaard and Eze to defend. I don't know if you have noticed. Arsenal they continued to play the same way. Yeah. They were defending with Odegaard and Eze, not even trying to step it up a bit to try to score. And I am pretty sure if that was another manager that could put just a little pressure
and take a risk
with these players that have such a high quality, could have got a win.
The game was in the balance. It could have easily been tipped one way or the other.
But that's my take.
So you're in favor. You think he should have taken more of a risk, and
100%. Yeah, and
even against Liverpool, you think he was accepting as a tie.
I don't know. I really don't. I don't get it. But I feel like he should have taken more of a risk, especially that Liverpool. You could see that Liverpool is imbalanced too in attack. So
yes,
you defended really well up until Szoboszlai scored his free kick. But in general, you we're talking about Arsenal that should be winning the Premier League.
Yeah.
Probably you could argue that maybe they had a better transfer strategy than most of the other teams, like probably equal to Liverpool, that should have tried to win the game. These are the games that you try to win. Now you lost the game and you're in second place or like whatever you're tied on points with other teams, and Liverpool is alone in the top. So
every point matters.
It really does.
So,
and I don't know.
That would have been a big statement if they had won. I want to say a couple things about a couple players. Madueke looked like the most threatening attacker in the Arsenal team from that game. He created the most chances. Martinelli is expired, is retired. You just need to take him out. I understand Eze maybe didn't get a couple days to train, but for me, it was still a big call not to start Eze ahead of Martinelli, regardless if there was no training or not. I think that game needed that player.
He could have even started.
It's not like he lacked match fitness or anything. He just didn't have training with the team, but still.
He didn't even start with a playmaker. That's the point. Like, he could have started as in Odegaard's spot.
Yeah.
Instead of Marino.
He didn't want to take that risk. The player didn't get enough training days. I guess it was only 2 or 3 days before. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see Martinelli a lot often, honestly. I think once Eze has been obviously now training with them for 2 weeks or more, so he should probably fill in that spot. Madueke impressed me.
He's a good sub for Saka, for sure.
Yeah. So I guess that's all I really have to say about Arsenal. Liverpool's top of the league.
Arsenal second.
And we're not even playing the best. We're top of the league and we're not even playing at the best. We're about to get into the spicy stuff. Okay, let's take a quick break, and then we are gonna get into transfer news and the big news that we really have to talk about. See you guys in a second. Welcome back, guys. We are going to jump into the transfer news. And what better place to start than Liverpool FC? Liverpool FC. We're going to cover the transfer deadline day. And there's not a single more important transfer that happened for Liverpool except for the deadline day. Can you remind me the name here? Alexander Isak. Dude. Wow. I was shocked that it actually happened. First of all, I honestly...
How much did you guys spend on it?
151 million according to the app.
Premier League record signing.
Is that another Premier League record? Yeah,
so
we beat the reverse one.
So you guys had 1, 2, 3 Premier League record signing this year.
Nice.
And
then we're gonna have
equals to Man City's Jack Grealish. Like not even compared, man. I cannot.
How much did you pay for Sterling? Was it not that much? I don't remember. I was just thinking.
I have no idea.
That's a big signing, and I mentioned it way back in the day when we first podcast. If we get Isak and he's our starting striker, we're winning the league. Now I'm still believing in that. I felt like Mark Guehi was the missing piece because our defense is still shaky. But I'm going to focus on the positives. Isak, now we have the top 2 goal scorers from last season. Salah and Isak is our 2 attacking dude.
It's a big statement. I'm not going to lie.
That is huge. Yeah. What a big player. I don't even think I can imagine him in a Liverpool jersey. And in my head, it doesn't even look right. This is like a FIFA transfer.
So. Liverpool's social media page just celebrated 1 week anniversary for Isak.
Oh my gosh. No, really big. And we didn't have depth in the attack. I said, regardless of who we brought, we needed more attacking coverage. They brought Isak, which was even better. Now I don't know what's going to happen with Ekitike. Gakpo might get benched and Ekitike might take it over. We might see, different kinds of maybe both of them up front and maybe Wirtz and Salah. There's a lot of different mixes up you can do. But I'm ecstatic to see him in a Liverpool jersey. And I really think this is a 30-plus goal player for Liverpool. Now that he has Liverpool, it's like another level. And I don't know if he really needs much time to adapt.
You think he might? I was going to ask, do you think he's going to need some time to catch up with fitness and game fitness?
Definitely fitness. Yeah. Definitely fitness. But I think once he gets his match fitness back, I mean, I feel like the goals are going to start coming like this.
Yeah.
So big news. It's unfortunate that Mark Guehi's transfer got canceled by Oliver Glasner, the manager, who basically said, if you sell him, I'm going to quit.
It's because they were trying to sign Igor from Brighton, and it didn't work out. So
they didn't have a coverage.
He needed a replacement. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say with Margie, 150%. I put my mortgage on it. We would have won the league. We're going to win the league.
Triple.
Yeah, I mean, we still can.
With that kind of transfer market, what do you think is Liverpool's target for this season? All of it.
All of it.
So, as a Liverpool fan, you would want your team to win
Champions League and Premier League.
Okay. Do you think the club aligns with that expectation?
Yes, I think those signings, are as clear as day. And if you watch the interview from Isak, I don't know if you watched it.
I didn't watch it.
The review, the person interviewing him said, "What is your goal this season?" He said a very simple answer:
beat Newcastle,
to win it all, win everything. That's all. And then he paused, win everything, period. And it's gonna happen.
But does it feel spending money?
Actually feels good for once, bro. For once, you know who we got last season? Chiesa was our only signing. So it's about time. Let's enjoy it. And we sold a lot of players. We got at least 350 million or something worth of sold us.
You guys sold Harvey Elliott.
Yeah, which is good for him. I'm happy for him. We got rid of Tsimikas as well. I think that may have been happened 2 days or something before deadline day. He's on loan, so that's good. We made space and we got fresh players. Okay, Chelsea. We'll go to Chelsea now.
There wasn't a lot of action other than Nicholas Jackson leaving.
And Garnacho, I think, would be the big one.
Garnacho.
And Buonanete from Brighton, which he's a bright player. I don't know if he'll get much starts, to be honest, in that kind of team. But
they sold Ben Chilwell.
I mean, I like Ben Chilwell,
captain.
They don't like him, bro.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah. What do you think about Garnacho?
With them, I think Chelsea needed a winger like Garnacho. We needed someone to give you a different style than Pedro Neto and Estevao. Garnacho is more of a winger that would actually probably, you would see him more in the box than outside of the box, which is the total opposite of what Pedro Neto would do. Which I think they needed a player like him to add more variety to the way they attack.
Versatility.
Yeah.
Do you think he starts?
Maybe in certain games, but I feel like him and Pedro Neto will and Estevao, like they will all like switch every other game or so. So
okay,
a good signing, I think.
I mean, pretty good business. Is there something that they lacked? I don't worry. I mean, maybe defenders.
They were trying to sign Javi Simmons, but then he went to Spurs.
Yes,
which was a surprise.
Well, we might as well get to Spurs, I guess.
Yeah, that Spurs team looks scary now with signing Javi Simmons and then maybe signing Kolomwani on loan, but even if you have Kolomwani on
great
the bench,
coverage for because Solanke is injured,
or Richarlison too, because I think with the way Richarlison is playing, I think that they needed a replacement that's not really that they needed a striker that can do it all, and Solanke is not that type. Anyway, so if Kolomwani proves himself, I could see them buying Kolomwani in the future and selling Solanke.
Do you know if it was a loan with a buy option?
I cannot remember.
They did really good business. I'm honestly surprised that they were able to convince Xavi Simmons to go.
Yeah.
Considering that he had Chelsea knocking on his door.
That's a player that really has a lot of future ahead of him.
What is he? He's 22 years old. Wow.
Very talented.
Wow. 11 goals, 8 assists. Last season, 10 goals, 13 assists. I mean, he's got great numbers.
A lot of the top teams were fighting for him. To get him.
And he's an international player. He's already in the squad. Yeah, well done to Spurs. The future looks bright for them, but I never put my hat on.
Top 6.
I think, you know what? I do think top 6 is
for sure.
That definitely needs to be their target. What should be their target, honestly, is top 3 in the next 2-3 years.
With Thomas Frank, yes, I think
that should be their goal.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
Realistically. Okay, Arsenal. There's one big one.
Another defender.
Did they? Who did they get?
They signed Piero.
Oh, Piero Hincapi. Yes. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
He came from Bayern Leverkusen.
That's a great player. He's only 23.
Very solid left-footed defender.
Great cover for...
I don't know how many defenders they have, but at least they sold Kivior. So
yes,
this guy would replace Kivior in the team.
Eze, I don't think we covered him, but he's not a deadline day. But Eze happened probably after the last podcast.
I think Eze could start in place of Martinelli.
Should 100%.
Yeah.
There's no way they should bench Eze. If they do and put Martinelli, I will go and sack the person, bro. Yeah, they have the best defense in the league, dude.
And it's not just because of the way they play. I think these are very solid defenders. defenders
this
in the world.
player that they got that's going to be a bench could easily go in our lineup.
Yeah.
He could go. I mean, we probably needed him more. I mean, he's a bench player for them.
They brought him for luxury.
Yeah, that's crazy. Point. Okay. Yeah. Is there anything Arsenal, since they're the second kind of biggest team, anything Arsenal you think lacked? I don't think so. I think they got everything. Any position that you think they need to cover for?
Well, Kai Havertz is injured.
But they don't have a striker.
They don't have a backup striker.
True.
So if, let's say, anything happens to Gyökeres, what are you gonna do with him?
That's very true. I don't know.
You actually gonna put like Eze? Gonna
play with like a full
Martinelli? I don't know.
You're right.
It brings back that question mark about like,
well, they better hope that they want to.
And again, what if Gyökeres himself doesn't perform?
Yeah, then they're stuck with him.
What's your option?
Yeah, that's true.
So a bit of risk there.
Manchester City, I'll let you go.
So it was a very sad day actually to see Ederson leaving the club, even though we always say like, oh, he's only good with his feet, that he should make more saves. But this guy actually carried us throughout the past 8 years.
I've won a lot
really good memories with him. It's very sad to see him go, along with Gundogan and Akanji. Akanji was one of my favorite defenders actually at Man City.
Really?
Because whenever you need him, he would step up and actually perform. Like you put him anywhere on the field and he would play really good. And also one of the main men that won us the treble.
Yeah.
Very sad day, but we got Juan Louis.
Yes.
Keeper.
That really is.
I really thought like someone on the group chat posted he's like 30. There's no point in signing a 34-year-old goalkeeper. Look, he's only 26.
Yeah, he's still young. He looks like he's like old just because he.
But
you think he's really good?
He is. He's a great keeper, but with the way Man City play, he cannot. I don't think he can play with his feet. So
you're gonna need to change your system or change the manager.
And that's the thing that I'm telling you about Pep Guardiola. I don't know if there are inconsistencies like with the vision.
Yeah,
they want to run the club, or is it Pep Guardiola actually trying to change things, which might take some time, and we start to see the results like later on. I hope it's the later part, but it's good to see Donnarumma.
Safe to say Trafford
is. He's a great keeper too, I think. But Donnarumma is definitely starting.
World Cup, well, no, not World Cup winner, Champions League winner.
Yeah, Champions League winner, Euro winner a few years back, and a lot of experience.
Big name.
Okay. Expecting big saves. Come on.
Did you want to see anything else from the transfer window?
Definitely another defender.
Yeah.
With Manuel Akanji leaving, that was a surprise for me, to be honest. And the fact that we didn't sign another defender.
Yeah, who's your coverage?
You got, Gvardiol,
Nico O'Reilly,
Stones, Riley, Ait-Nouri, Ake, and Rico Lewis. We didn't sign a right back.
Yeah.
So that's another question mark. It's not the best, to be honest.
If Diaz gets injured, that's the focal point of your defense.
Unless there are plans to try to play Rodri in defense. Well, he plays it for Spain.
I know, but don't you feel like that would kind of...
Maybe with the injury, he needs some to slow down a bit. Maybe the midfield is a bit too much for him, but I don't know. Maybe that's another plan.
Yeah.
To see Rodri in defense. But
okay.
We'll see.
Well, I guess the last one in the top 6 teams is Manchester United.
They finally got their keeper.
They got a keeper that I've never heard of in my life. He came from Royal Antwerp, which is a team in Belgium. I have nothing to say about this player. He looks exactly like he's basically the same kind of keeper as the one that they already have. What's the one that they have now? Bayendir. So they basically got a copy-paste. I don't know if it's an upgrade. I don't know what it is.
They say he's
23 years old.
He's better with his feet, but should have bought Ederson at this point.
I mean, yeah, he got Premier League experience. Yeah, no comment, man. This is what they did. They didn't even get rid of Onana.
They got rid of him. Yeah, they're selling him to Turkey.
Okay, which is still open. The transfer window is open. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think. That was pretty much it. I think.
And they sold Sancho. They sold Aston Villa on loan.
On loan.
And Anthony is out.
And Højlund.
To Napoli.
Nice. I'm happy for Anthony. He was really good with Real Betis. It's like, I'm happy for him. It's good to see. It's good to see when players play at their full potential and they play good. Yeah. I like to see that. I hate to see a player like Rashford or somebody that's like they're really struggling. The last big transfers, which is not, I don't think, top 6, but Newcastle. We got to talk about Newcastle, I think. They brought Waltemade in August 30th, striker from Stuttgart.
And Wisa.
And Yohan Wissa, who's, I mean, those are really two really good strikers.
And they will be able to get out of them what they got from Isak.
I think so. Yeah. I think so. Maybe, I don't know if he's going to play both of them. I don't know if they're going to switch. They're both pretty good.
They really needed a striker. They play really good on the field, but they just can't score.
Yeah, they needed that end product.
Yes. Hopefully Wissa can stay fit though, because he is a bit injury prone. But
yeah, I mean, he got 19 goals last season.
Yeah,
you know,
pretty good.
So that's, and Ultimate also played really good in the under, I think, tournament. So I mean, he's been very good as well. Ultimate
and Wissa.
Wissa is 29. He's actually kind of old. I didn't actually think that. Ultimate is only 23. Oh.
Good sign.
Yeah, you could still get 3 good years out of Wissa.
I think so.
Yeah. Did I miss any transfers?
Should we talk about managers?
I'll let you break the bad news.
Nottingham Forest sacked
Nuno Santo. What a disappointment. We talked about this last podcast, and I was saying,
I you guys enjoy it while it lives.
That's sad. That's sad. We had some good memories with him. I think he created the most entertaining Nottingham Forest team that I've ever watched.
That I never watched. You guys try to convince me.
Very entertaining, bro.
I never watched a single game.
He made those players into something special.
I have to agree with you. For them to be playing in the Europa League now,
that's unheard of. They were in relegation like the year before.
But it is sad to see that the business part of side of things
took over. Yeah, so I don't know what their plan is, but let me tell you something. If whatever manager they bring brings this team lower down, and they will be regretting their decision. Yes, they'll get relegated, and then they'll be regretting that decision that let business take over. I'm not in favor of that choice, honestly. We were talking about a couple managers that are open and just got fired. Jose Mourinho, not Ter Stegen, Erik ten Hag. And who's the other guy?
Solskjaer.
Oh yes, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So you got 3 Manchester United former managers.
And we always forget about Postecoglou. He doesn't have a club.
No, he's with the USA.
Postecoglou. Oh no, you're talking about.
Oh, Andrzej Postecoglou. Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking Pochettino. They both have 2.0.
He doesn't have a club.
Yeah, that would actually be not too bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, choices. I'm sure they have a choice if they fired him.
Yeah.
So they probably are bringing in somebody, but we'll see.
Maybe they can bring Javi.
Oh, did he get fired from Barcelona?
Wait, 2 years ago.
Who's the coach of? Oh yeah. What's his name?
Hansi Flick.
Hansi Flick. Yes.
A lot of names to keep.
Do we miss anything else for transfers?
No.
Okay.
Now we can start the season fresh.
Now I think we're gonna redo the predictions. But okay, now that we're done with transfers, we're going to get into the next week predictions for next week's game. But before we do that, we're going to recap the scores to see how we did last week with our predictions. And I will save you guys the trouble. We did absolutely horrible. Amir got 3 points, so he gets the score. He gets the right winner for 3 of them.
3 times.
Yes, and I got only 2 of them right, just the winner. So right now I have 9 points and Amir has 8. So he's catching up to me, and we'll keep it going. Hopefully we're doing it better this time. So Amir, the first game, Saturday, September 13th, Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, you just lost their manager.
I've broken Nottingham Forest, so Arsenal is going to win.
No way, dude. Are you serious? After losing 1-0 to Liverpool?
Yeah.
Wow.
5-0.
Okay, big opening result in the morning. I'm going to go. Sometimes you get manager bounce with Nottingham.
But I don't think that's the case with Nottingham, because that was a good coach, and he got fired because of the club owner. So the players might actually protest.
You think they keep a clean sheet too?
Yeah.
Really? Nottingham Forest just lost 3-0 against West Ham. So it doesn't strike me like it's crazy. But you know what? I'm going to go with 3-0 Arsenal.
3-0.
3-0 Arsenal. Okay, Bournemouth versus Brighton. What a great game.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun game to watch.
Wow. Okay. That's pretty good. I will go with Bournemouth with the win. I think they're on fire. I am going to go with Bournemouth 2-1. I want to go 3-2, but I think that's wild. Crystal Palace versus Sunderland.
Tough game.
They're impressive, man. Better than I expected.
Yeah. Do you want to go first? You go first.
I will go with Sunderland win. Actually, no. 1-1.
1-1?
1.
I'll go Sunderland win 2-1.
Nice. Everton, Jack Grealish, homecoming versus Aston Villa. Hit me, Amir. Aston Villa got a couple new players now.
It's gonna take some time, but I think Everton, they're looking pretty good. Yeah. I think Everton's gonna win 2-0.
Okay. I think that Everton will concede. I am gonna go with 3-2 seems crazy. Let me just go Everton 2-1. Everton 2-1. Maybe Harvey Elliott gets a goal.
A goal.
Debut. Fulham versus Leeds. Leeds are iffy, but
you start.
Tell me. I will go with a Fulham win.
Fulham
I think
win?
Fulham will win this, and I'm not gonna go with a convincing win. I'm just gonna go with 1.
I'm gonna go 1-1.
1-1. It seems rare. Newcastle finally restored with the strikers versus Wolves, who struggle, but they also got a couple strikers.
I think Newcastle is gonna win. Finally win
2-1.
Yeah, actually 2-0.
I had that in my head too. I'm gonna go with Newcastle. I'll go with Newcastle 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
West Ham versus Tottenham. West Ham just won 3-0 against Nottingham. Tottenham's lost, but you don't know which one you're gonna get. Which one is gonna be good?
It's like every Spurs game, I just feel it's like a 2-0.
2-0 win or loss?
2-0 win. I'm gonna go with 2-0 win for Spurs.
Okay. I'm gonna go with 2-1 Tottenham. 2-1. Brentford versus Chelsea.
You go.
Chelsea are gonna win this 3-1.
Now I gotta change it. I'm gonna say 4-1.
4-1. You have them high scoring. Okay. Next game Sunday. Burnley at home versus Liverpool.
You know I'm starting Isak that game. I don't know if
I don't think he'll start.
But I'm starting in fantasy.
Yeah.
Even if he comes on in the 60th,
he's gonna get a goal.
He's scoring a hat trick.
You go.
All right. I'm gonna say 4-1 Liverpool.
I'm going to be more realistic. 2-0.
2-0.
I still am not fully convinced with our attack. I think we have it in us, but I don't think we have 4 goals in it yet.
Can't see 4 goals.
Hopefully not like a 2-2. Yeah, I love it. Now I'm gonna go 2-0 Liverpool. The big game, the Manchester Derby.
Didn't even realize we play Manchester United. That's the game that Manchester United feeds on.
And they just won 3-2 against Burnley.
That's that's the game where they're gonna gain their confidence back.
Yes. Okay. See, that's why. Okay. So Manchester City's at home. I mean, down the road against Manchester United.
You start. Right?
I know you already are predicting. I'm not gonna go with a winner. I'm gonna go with a 1-1. All right.
Man City's gonna win.
You know you're wrong, bro. Why are you even saying,
bro?
You're thinking Manchester City's gonna.
Come on, get Amorim sacked.
Oh gosh, I can't wait to mark you a 0 for that one. Okay, but that wraps up the whole entire fixtures. Amir, is there any other topics that you wanted to discuss or hot topics or anything?
I just want to say I wish the transfers would end before the season starts.
Yeah,
I just don't get it.
It is kind of annoying to have these. It's convenient for some teams that they get a last minute injury or something like that.
It's inconvenient for the majority of the team. I think it gives advantage for the big teams over the smaller teams because
they can buy a player from that team.
If some of these big teams are hesitant to make a move, they probably would watch the first 2 games, see how they feel with the formation, with their injuries and stuff, and then they just buy these players with high prices on deadline day, and that's it. It really messes up the other teams plans for the league.
And if they don't get enough time to get a replacement, I mean we saw Chelsea trying to cancel Jackson's transfer because they got an injury last second.
Wish they just they would do a deadline on August 15th.
Yeah, maybe we need to call Wenger. It was a great transfer window. So much exciting news, so many transfers, and the season is really looking like it's going to be a very entertaining one.
Record-breaking spending.
Record-breaking spending, and we're so pumped to see this season.
Grinders. I had to hype my team somehow.
Please, guys, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on not TikTok.
Yes.
Do we have X?
Not yet.
Not X yet. But follow us for the whole season. Spotify, YouTube, and make sure to leave a comment. We'd love to chat with you guys, and we'll see you guys on the next podcast.